Well, as the Me Too movement continues to grow, you may be wondering what concrete steps can be taken to make changes in your workplace. Motivational speaker and author Dr. Rozen is here with us with a look at the impact of Me Too, especially on women in leadership roles. Thanks for coming in, Dr. Rozen.
Thank you for having me.
I know you came in from New York.
Absolutely. I think to truly listen to what the other person is saying, to respect our differences, to embrace our differences, to understand there are differences is what makes us who we are. That diversity is something to embrace and something to enrich ourselves from, to learn from, to grow from. We tend to assume a lot of things about other people. We know a whole lot about ourselves, very little about the other person. So in our mind, what we do is we just bridge that gap with a lot of information that we kind of make up. It's in our mind.
Overall, our goal for this coming year, for all of us, is targeting our focus. I think that what we're seeing with the Trump era, that we're also seeing in our personal lives, is that there's just so much change, so much information to process. And like you said, our brain gets tired. There's just so much so how do we focus ourselves around what we really need to focus ourselves on? How do we focus ourselves on our goals? Well, the Me Too movement created a very interesting effect for working women because on the one hand, it's a very, very important movement that brought to the surface discussions that should have happened a long, long time ago. And on the other hand, a recent survey commissioned by the Lean In Foundation found that the number of men who are reluctant to help junior women through mentorship has tripled.
Yes, you know, a lot of times we struggle the most actually with the people that are the closest to us.
Right.
Those would be our parents, our siblings,
right,
our best friends, our kids, at work with the people that work in our closer circle. And so a lot of times it's that closeness that blinds us to actually see our share in the dynamics. I think the most important thing we talk about is empowerment and staying away from toxic relationships. And sometimes it's hard to tell. Like, how do you know who's toxic in your life and who's not? And it's very interesting because what we're seeing is that people have a very hard time accepting other people's opinions, but we see it in a polarized form. If we want to create a change, we need to pledge to fix the relationship if we can, or to improve the relationship, not to fix the person. If it's not working, try something else. You know how sometimes people stand by the elevator and they hit the button and the elevator's not coming. So the human tendency is to hit the button again. That's wonderful, and I may never get to a 10. We may never get along perfectly, but if we get along better than we did before, that's progress. And then it's just not personal. You're not accusing yourself. It's just what can we do to make it better? And that's where the key to change is. Sometimes we just get dragged from one thing to another. We're in relationships that we don't really see how they impact us. It's time to stop, look at ourselves, look at our relationship, look at where we are, how we conduct ourselves with other people, and make a little bit of a change. To accept. I mean, we want to think that we're always right, and you know the truth is on our side, but we really earn a lot from embracing other opinions and getting off that stance just a little bit.
So just simple but so hard. It
so
seems.
challenging.
Right. Well, people like to help people because it reflects on them. So if you're experiencing difficulty and I help you as a mentor, it reflects back on me. Your success becomes my success. And so it's important to just work on relationships and be very, very clear on what the goals are and who are the people that can help us get there.
Yeah.